Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I just finished hunting season and I wanted to make a short video to tell you about some of the clothing I wear in the woods. And I also wanted to give a shout out to some of the companies that have sent me some of their products to test out. Being in the Northeast, wool is really important to me, and most of what you see here is wool. Everything you see here is part of a layering system that I can adjust based on the conditions. My base layer options are merino wool. I have the standard boxer length. These are made by Smartwool. I also have pairs from Ibex, and those are my favorite. For the long underwear, I have a super lightweight pair from Stagger. I wore these all season and they worked great. I also have a heavier weight pair for when it gets really cold. These are made by Ibex. These are awesome too. My footwear, the socks that I always wear are Darn Tough socks, and my favorite ones to wear are the over the calf length hunter socks, heavyweight. And sometimes when it's really cold, I'll wear two pairs. I'll wear an over the calf pair and then a mid-weight pair, just so that I have extra insulation around my foot. These are a pair of wool pants from Big Bill. I believe they're called the 18-ounce merino, and I wore these for several seasons. I wore out a pair. This is the second pair. They worked great, but they were kind of bulky and they weren't super rugged. It was easy to blow the crotch out and to rip holes in them. So Johnson has been working with Northwoods Whitetails, and they sent me a pair of their new pants to field test, which I wore all season. They're awesome. They're lightweight, but they're warm. I wore them standalone, and then I've worn them with all of these different base layers, and I put a lot of miles on these and they held up really well. They fit like just normal pants, like normal jeans. So they're very comfortable, they're not bulky, and they kind of have that athletic feel to them. Really like these pants. When it comes to my upper garments, the base layer options I have are the lightweight top, lightweight long sleeve top, also from Stagger, also merino, and the combination of the long underwear and this long sleeve shirt I wore all season long. I wore this by itself during the moose hunt, and I like the pattern on it and worked really well. The next mid layer that I can add on top of that is a half zip or quarter zip woolly top made by Ibex. This is awesome, and these two things combined with one of my jackets are pretty much all I need for most conditions. If I really need to, I'll add this Primaloft puffy jacket from LL Bean. It's pretty lightweight, it adds a lot of warmth, it's very packable. Sometimes I'll keep this in my pack for those cold days in case I'm going to stop for any length of time. It's nice to have this to throw on. Early season, when I'm just out and about looking for moose or bird hunting, things like that, I like to wear this quarter zip top. This is made by Vormy. This is a thermal surface hardened or treated wool that's supposed to be somewhat waterproof or water repellent. It doesn't really work, but this is still one of my favorite tops. It's warm, and I just love to wear this in like October basically. And then this is also a Johnson product in collaboration with Northwoods Whitetails. This is like a shirt jacket. This is from the Northwoods 1842 line. This is, I believe, is a 15-ounce wool jacket, and this was really nice. I haven't worn this a whole lot yet, but when I have, I really like it, and I'm definitely going to be wearing this a lot more this spring. It's a good all-around weight for those days when you're really putting on the miles. This is my all-time favorite jacket. This is made by Ibex. This is no longer available. I got this years ago, just before they went out of business. I just love this coat. I've got a lot of miles on this. It's starting to get faded and show some wear, but it's an awesome jacket. This chest pack I wear is from Coaxsher. It's kind of designed for wildland firefighting, but I've adapted it for my purposes. And what I carry in here is an extra magazine, a charger to keep my phone charged, so I'm using Onyx. And then this is actually a GPS pouch. It's to fit a Garmin Rhino, and I cut the bottom out so my grunt tube fits in there. And then inside of it I carry my handy cam and basic survival stuff, lighter, and my headlamp so I can get out at night. My handwear I've been wearing is from Stagger, and they have a glove system. So there's the fingerless model, and then there's the full fingered, and either one works great by itself. What I like to do when it's really cold is I just double them up. So I have the glove and then the fingerless glove on top, and that's pretty much all I need. It's nice to keep a spare pair of gloves in your pack or pouch or whatever, so if they get wet you have a dry pair. But they have a nice grip, and I've been using these for several years now, and they've held up very well. And then for headgear, this is a merino wool scarf, really nice when it's super cold. I have a First Light merino wool beanie. Didn't even have to wear this in this past season. It was never really cold enough, and maybe I wore it once. And then my favorite brimmed beanie, also merino wool, also from First Light. This thing is very worn out. I should probably replace it. It's all faded and everything, but I love wearing this hat. It works awesome for majority of the season. So that's the basic system that I wear for not only hunting but when I'm in the woods. And as you see, I can adjust it however needed, and most of it's wool, so it works really well even on those wet days. I will put links and information in the video description for everything you see here. And if you want to know more about my pack system that I use to run a GoPro and to film myself, I have a video that is available on my Patreon that explains that. Otherwise, let me know your questions in the comments, and I look forward to reading them.